All right, boy Trigger Man, back in the lab. And today, what we have here is we're gonna be cleaning some spray guns today. I'm gonna show you guys how I clean my spray guns. A bunch of you guys been asking for quite some time how I clean my spray guns. So I figure it's time, I'll show you guys how I do it. I'm not sure how other people take care of their guns, but for me, having spray guns that are older than a lot of you guys and they still work fine, I've never purchased a rebuild kit. Don't even know what those things cost. I've never purchased a rebuild kit. My oldest spray gun I purchased in 1998, 97, 98, somewhere in there. Devilbiss GTI. I purchased this gun brand new. Never had a problem with it, never bought a rebuild kit, no gaskets, no seals, like everything. Just cleaning the gun, taking care of it. Next up from that would be my SATA Jet NR 2000. Put plenty of miles on this gun. Bought this in, I think, 2000, the year 2000. Still works fine, works perfect. My LPH 400, I bought this gun in 2007 when they first came out, brand new. I remember I was at the Chevrolet dealership, 2007, gun came out. All of us painters, we all bought them. And I've had this gun right here ever since, Never rebuild kit, nothing wrong with it, And this is my main gun I use every single day, every day. I've used this gun every day since 2007, That's it. So first thing, I'm gonna show you guys how I clean my gun just after every job. After every job, a quick clean is what I do just to maintain it, okay? Then after that, the only time I really strip down my guns and take them all apart is if I'm spraying an enamel single stage job where that thing just gets all filthy. Then I'll strip it down, take it apart, and do that. So first off, what I like to do, have you a cup, a quart cup of lacquer thinner, then an empty cup with a strainer. Got a can of Naked Gun cleaner. They got other type of stuff out there. They got different ones, but I like this brand. It seems like it really gets it clean for me. And then all of the brushes. This here big nylon brush here. It's real wide and gets down, gets all the horns, everything at one shot. This is my everyday, just straight down, gets everything, Then you got your little ones here if you want to, get around everything else. But that big one, that's what I use primarily every day. Then some gun lube, which this is Iwata spray gun lube, lube everything up. Then this here, the SATA gun grease. And this here kind of grease is formulated for the spray guns, so it won't cause all type of fish eyes and everything. I saw a video a couple weeks back. A guy was showing you guys, he said that gave you some tips. His tips was put petroleum jelly, Vaseline on the needle where it enters into the fluid nozzle. That's what he said, it keeps your seals and everything. I just laugh, man, these guys come up and they're still learning and they tell you, oh, these are tricks, this is a tip, that'll help you, but they're just experimenting and learning themselves. So I just laughed at it. I didn't even bother to say anything. Couple wrenches, for the gun, or if you guys like to use this little tool that comes with the spray guns, either way. And I take a few pieces of gray Scotch-Brite. Really don't care for the red. The red is a little too aggressive, in my opinion, so I use this here. And that's it, and some gloves. Let me get some gloves. Okay, gloves on. All right, so first off, what I do. Every day, I'm finished spraying, after every job, this is what I do, okay? I'll come, look at my spray gun, and this is just after base coat, clear coat, every job, okay? Hook in my spray gun, okay? I run some lacquer thinner through it. Run the lacquer thinner. I take here, Fill it up with a little thinner. And then I'll take my big wide Devilbiss brush, pull the trigger, like so. And I'll do this for 30 seconds. You know, I'll just sit there, keep cleaning it out, clean it out, clean it out. And I'll keep filling it up. Keep going while squeeze the trigger so it's pouring out. Clean it, clean it, clean it. Then I'll take the little brush in there. Then I'll go, while my brush is still wet, in between the needle. See if you can see that. In between the needle. And I'll get around there real good. Because your needle, you want to keep that clean, because that's easy to get stuff caked up, build up, and there'll be times you go and squeeze the trigger and it'll start sticking. And then while it's sticking, you got fluid pouring out, it can ruin a job, okay? So, on the inside, then what I'll do, take the Naked Gun Cleaner and I'll spray inside of the nozzle area, the air horns. I'll spray in there, give a spray inside, then blow it out. And that's basically it. After every job, every day, that's all I do, okay? Now, when you get down to wanting to strip the gun down, this is how I go about that, okay? And again, this is after enamel paint jobs, the single stages, the heavy, nasty stuff that can get real nasty. Okay, so let me see which gun is a little dirtier so you can actually see. My GTI has a little crud on it, so this is what we'll do. Okay, first off, I strip the gun down. Okay, I'll take the cap, then I'll go with the tip, the nozzle, take that off, and the thinner. And then the baffle, I think it was called. You hear that? You hear that? It's not good. You'll see something. Okay, take the needle out. The needle's a little funky. Yeah, this gun is a little dirty here. Okay, then what I do is I take my adapter off, whatever type of adapter you're using, or if you're still using a cup. Man, yeah, this gun here is dirty, man. I haven't used it in a while. Okay. And then what I do, I take the gun, squeeze the cup, we squeeze it, and I stick that down in there. Okay? And I let that sit. I'll leave that for 30 minutes. Okay? I usually go off, do some other stuff, and 30 minutes, come back to it. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take 30 minutes, come back, and I'll show you. Okay, so after your gun's been sitting for 30 minutes, this is what I do, okay? Get your towel here. You wanna come, get the gun out. I start with the gun first, okay? And I just basically, everywhere you got access to, you wanna go ahead and run your brush through there, okay? In this particular gun, there's a seal, there's a gasket in there. Usually I would run it down in through there, but I don't think I have any more replacement seals for that, so I'm not gonna push it down in there because that seal will come out. So you just wanna brush it everywhere you can. Yeah, this gun was dirty. Brush it all over. You can even take, like I said, the little pieces of the gray Scotch-Brite, you know, clean it up, clean it up. And again, this is something I only really do after an enamel paint job, or if I just notice that the gun is just looking really, really bad. And this gun is looking really bad. So it's time for this. Again, that's it. Take one of your towels. I said keep you a couple towels by terry cloths or whatever. Or some of you bougie guys, I know you probably use a microfiber, you know what I'm saying? There's so many people so bougie out here with this stuff, man. It's like, just clean the gun. You get all in behind the trigger, all in behind the trigger there. And give it another good dunk. Take the needle. I take the gray Scotch-Brite, wrap it around. Clean that real good. Take the barrel, clean the barrel. That barrel gets a lot of wear too, so clean that real good. Okay, needle's done. Take out the cap. And with the cap, your Scotch-Brite, stick it in there. Clean around the cap. Man, I feel like it's 1,000 degrees in this spray booth. Yeah, you want to clean around the cap. Clean around real good. Dunk it in there. Dunk it in your horns. And now there is like a retainer ring in there. There's a retainer ring that you can take out and take the whole cap apart, but honestly, I've never done that, you know. In all the years I've had this gun, almost 30 years, I've never done that. You know, I don't think it's needed. But if some of you guys out there like to go over and beyond and do that, you know, you can. It can't hurt. It's just, I don't. I never have. Okay, now the nozzle. Take the nozzle, again with your small brush. Dunk it in there. Yeah, and all kind of crap is coming off of here. Get around the top of the nozzle best you can. Then I also use the toothbrush looking brush just to scrub down in there real good. A little baffle. And I say leave these things in no more than 30 minutes. You know, I'm sure if you soak them too long or overnight or something like that, you know, I'm sure some of these nylon pieces, like on this here baffle, it has a little nylon looking gasket. I'm sure they go bad, you know, but mine hasn't. And I don't, like I said, I don't soak them that long. So maybe that's why, I don't know. This nylon gasket here is almost 30 years old. 30 years of spraying. Okay, that's that. What else we got? What else we got? Get everything out of here. Okay. Then the knob, your fluid knob, which that shouldn't be too dirty anyway, but you want to get the threads around it clean. What else? Anything else in there? Anything else? No. The spring, shouldn't be too much to clean up on that. My little adapter here. You know, down inside the adapter, a little dunk. And then I think that's it. Let me get these gloves all starting to melt. Okay, and then what I said to have the mixing cup, empty mixing cup with a strainer, This is something I like to do. I like to pour everything in here. Two things, you can see how dirty, the spray gun was. See all that different stuff there? And then also, you got some thinner here that you can use, pour back into your bottle. You reuse it, you can do that. Putting it back together, okay? Pretty much wipe everything off. Wipe it all off. Wipe everything off. And again, this is with just about every gun. They all got the same parts, although some are made a little bit different, on how they're set up, but for the most part, this is everything. Okay, now, what I like to do. Okay, I take my spring. I like to use my spring as an applicator. So I put a little bit of the grease on there. A little grease on there. And again, no specific order of doing this here. On this one here will be like, okay, the baffle here. A little bit of grease on here, where it slides into the hole there. That's in there. Then even a little grease around the threads. The tip, again, take your applicator spring, a little bit around the threads on there. And this is every time I take a gun apart, completely stripped down, this is what I do. That's what I do every time. You just need to little hand tighten, that's it. You don't gotta sit there and do all that crazy stuff. Little hand tighten, that's good, okay? Adapter back on. Then what you wanna do, your needle. Take the applicator around the barrel. Want to get that real good. Around the back of the needle. And then just in front of the barrel, I want to come up, put a little more on here. You put a little bit in front of the barrel, okay? In the back of the barrel, around the barrel, and then a little bit in front of it. Okay, not necessarily all the way up the needle. I mean, you can, because again, this is formulated for spray guns, but I don't like to get anything up towards the front where it's gonna slide into that nozzle tip. That's just personally, just the way I do it. Slides right in, no problem. Then your needle behind it, and then the grease that you put on here, to apply it to everything else. That's right there, sits well. And catch it. Then what I do at the end, since this is the knob that's gonna be turned all the time, what I do is just go ahead. You can put the grease on there, or you can just put a few drops of the lubricant, the liquid lubricant. And then that's all you need. Now you guys remember earlier when I was taking this apart, how I was like, quick, 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 quick. See? Now it's nothing. Lubricated. That's good. Going in, no noise. See, that was dry as hell. And then when it's dry, when you're sitting there twisting your stuff out and it's dry, that's wear and tear. It's tearing. Just like an engine with no oil in the engine, wear and tear. You'll hear the engine clack, 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 clack. Same sense, Not as drastic, but it will happen and it'll wear down eventually. And then the cap, I don't really put anything in here. Remember you put a little bit around the threading already. So That's basically it. You know, gun is all back together. Everything is lubricated. Knobs are lubricated. Needles lubricated, everything. Plug it back in. Silence. No leaks. Nothing. And this is ready to go another 10 years, man. You know what I'm saying? Not saying wait 10 years to clean your guns, but yeah, that's basically it, man. You know, not a whole lot to it. Just take care of your guns, man, and they will last you guys forever, you know? Take care of them. Even if it's a cheap gun you have, you know, just take care of it, clean it. Definitely get you some of this SATA gun grease. Like this stuff here, man. If you had to get between these two, which this comes free when you purchase a spray gun, you know, this stuff is cheap. You can buy this on Amazon. I'll try to leave links in the description for all of this stuff. But definitely, you know, if you're serious about your stuff, you know, if you're just out there and buy a little cheap gun, do one job, one thing, you know, you don't really care, then, you know, do whatever you want to do, man. But for those of you who take this serious and you want your guns to last you 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, you know, definitely invest in some of this gun grease. I'm not sure if other manufacturers make it. I just know that, you know, SATA, this is what I've always used, you know. And also some gun lube, liquid lubricant. Get you these here, you know, a couple brushes, can of your stuff here, and you'll be good, man. Just take care of it just like you would anything, you know. So hopefully this helps some of you guys, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.